Everyone tells you that Sri Lanka's south coast is a dream, and it is, but you have to make sure you choose wisely. If you choose the wrong area, that can completely change your experience. When I was planning this trip, I had no idea where to base myself, and I was considering between Ahangama, Weligama and Mirissa. They're all close together, but they all feel completely different. I ended up choosing one of those areas and it made a complete difference to the trip. But whether I made the right choice depends on you. So in this video, I'll break down all 3 areas for you so you can make the right decision for your trip. And honestly, one of those places does look amazing online, but I think a lot of people would probably regret staying there. This is Weligama. You usually hear it before you see it. You've got buses flying past you, behind you, surf instructors shouting, and boards literally everywhere. This place seems to be built around one thing, and that's surfing. So if you're here to learn to surf, or you're here just simply to surf, then Weligama would be perfect. But it's also the busiest stretch of the south coast. The beach isn't the prettiest, the road runs right next to it, and during high season it can feel a bit full on. And the vibe here, it really depends when you come. It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting somewhere really lively, really busy, with loads of people in the sea surfing, and that's not what we're experiencing. It is April, the middle of April, so it is super chilled at the moment. There's a few people out in the sea surfing, a few people on the beach relaxing. So if you're looking for somewhere chilled, it could be that, but I don't think it's like that all of the time. But it actually is a lot more calm and relaxing than I was expecting, so it's definitely worth considering. This is Mirissa, the place you've probably already seen online. I came up here thinking it would be quiet, and there were literally a line of people waiting to take exactly the same photo. Out of all 3 places, I'd definitely say that Mirissa is the place which has that holiday vibe. It's got beach bars, music, whale watching, everything that you want is here. But that also means crowds, higher prices, and at times it feels a bit more commercial. If you want that social, beachy energy, few drinks, sunsets, you'll probably love it here. And then there's Ahangama. It doesn't really grab you straight away. It's more spread out. You don't have one main beach, and nothing really jumps out at you, but then you start to notice it. One morning here, I was just sitting with a coffee, no noise, no rush, and it clicked.
The beach is very nice.
If you're someone who values space, a slower start to the day, good coffee, quiet surroundings, this place then starts to make a lot of sense. But it's not perfect. You'll need a scooter or a tuk-tuk if you're staying here. And yeah, some parts of it can feel a little curated. So where did we choose to stay? We based ourselves here in Ahangama at a place called Pavaloo House. The location was great. It was less than a 5-minute walk to get to the beach. There were a few local restaurants close by and several cafe/beach bars which were very close by, probably again within a 5 to 10 minute walk. This cost us $30 per night, and that included breakfast. For me, it wasn't about staying right in the center of everything. It was about having a calm base and choosing when to step into the busy places so your own transport would be really, really useful. So the real question isn't which place is best. If you want noise, energy, and to learn to surf, Weligama. If you want nightlife and everything on your doorstep, Mirissa. If you want calm mornings and a slower pace, Ahangama. Choose carefully, because where you stay here doesn't just change your trip, it changes how you feel every single day.